Okay, we're playing as white. I will play e4. Okay, we do see e5. I think I will go for a knight of 3. And then play a Scotch gambit. And after they take, I will go with bishop c4. And then we will see what they will play. Okay, bishop c5. Now there's c3 and there's also castles. I think I'm supposed to play c3 here. If they take, there's bishop takes f7. So I will just go ahead and play it. And if they don't take, we are going to take on d4. And it comes with a tempo on the bishop. Okay, knight f6. Interesting. And their next move is probably castle. And I could take on d4, but then there's a check. And I'm not too sure how that works out. Could also go e5, but since my king is still in the center, I'm not really too sure if that's good. I could also go for bishop g5. There's lots of options. I'm not too sure what the best move is. I think my intuition is telling me to just castle, but then they will castle. Right, so I will go ahead and castle. Probably not the best move, but I just feel comfortable having my king out of the center. Right, so now I can take on d5 and the bishop moves over to b4. Yeah, so we do have 2 pawns in the center, which is great. I'm thinking of just asking the bishop where to move with a3. If it goes back, I would like to play b4 because I don't really see what the bishop is doing here. Yeah, you know what? I'll just go ahead and play it. Bishop moves back. I could play b4, then the bishop moves again. I actually don't even want the bishop to be on b6 because it's a pretty good piece on b6 and I don't really mind it too much where it is right now. We did play a3 and that also prevents the knight from going to b4. So I'm thinking to just pin the knight, and now my threat is e5. If they go h6, I will probably have to just back up, but our center is still strong, and I can also advance these pawns. And let's see how our opponent deals with this pin. Okay, interesting. They play rook e8. Well, now we can play e5, attacking the pinned knight. They will probably play g5, counter-attacking my bishop, but then their kingside structure just falls apart, and maybe I can even sacrifice. e5, g5. You know what? d5 also looks good. But then they will probably go here. So I think e5 is a good move here. Okay, we do see g5. If I take, they're going to take my bishop. Honestly, I'm thinking of just sacrificing here. Either the bishop or the knight. Probably, it's difficult to say. I think with the knight, right? If they take, then the knight is still pinned. And if I sacrifice the bishop, then I will get an attack on here. But I think that attack on f7 is a little bit short-sighted because they could go here and then they could pick up the knight. It's kind of difficult to say which is best. I think I will sacrifice the knight though. I really like this bishop pin. And also if he doesn't take, yeah. Now we have this pin again. We got 2 pawns for the knight and this knight is probably lost. And we're doing quite well. Interesting, okay. I would probably have guessed that they will give the piece back. And now if I take, the rook will take. And then our bishop is attacked. Right. So I think I will definitely take the knight because it's attacking my bishop. Okay, so rook takes. We have bishop takes f7 is a check, but I don't see a good follow. So right now they're attacking my bishop. If I go here, then we'll have an exchange of queens, which I do not like because the king is so exposed. If I go here, then bishop is hanging. Oh, f4 is also interesting. Attacks the rook, defends the bishop. If f4, there could be this check. And then I move my king. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what to do here. I really do like f4 though. Keeping this bishop defended. They will go check and then I will go here. Yeah, I'll go f4. Okay, the rook moves to f5. Let's go knight c3, develop another piece. then go forward with the knight and put pressure on this pinned knight. Okay, so they do give a check. I will just move over my king. Right, c6. Probably trying to play d5. Here, d5. Then I can take with check. It will take. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, king g7. Trying to defend the knight. If check, they will go here. Could also go here, knight d6. If knight d6, they will go c5 with the rook. And I will take on here. Maybe this. Here, 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 here. Alright, let's make a move. If I go here, then it will go here. Yeah, queen h5. Yeah, I will go queen h5. If d5, I'm going to put my bishop back. Yeah, now I'm threatening this, potentially. They do go bishop f5. Takes, 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 takes. And this is an exchange. Oh, I can take on here first. And then pick up the bishop. That's perfect. Yep. And now I can pick up the bishop and I think we're doing well. We're up quite a bit of material here. Okay, rook h8. I think I will just go ahead and trade queens. Could also go here. Difficult to say which is best. Here, takes, takes. Guess it opens up my rook. I will go ahead and check. And I can still trade queens. Yeah, bishop c5. Trying to go for some attack over here. I could just shut that down with h3. If I play g3, then they will still take, because the pawn is pinned. Now they just have a rook and a bishop, which is way easier to deal with than a queen. Yeah, a6, they don't know what to do, and I can just maybe even double up on the f-file. I think I will go ahead and just bring the rook in. And rook e7 looks really good. They will probably have to go king f8. And then I can play g6. Yeah, rook e7 is a huge threat. Since they only have a rook and a bishop, their counterplay is very limited. The bishop is staring into nothing and the rook is staring into a brick wall. And if they decide to somehow, I don't even know how they want to trade rooks. That's how limited their position is. The only move that could make sense is king f8, but then I have g6 or even bishop g6 because the pawn is pinned. Okay, rook h5, interesting. Trying to take my pawn. That did not stop rook e7 though. And rook e7 looks really good because it also attacks the bishop and the pawn on f7. So yeah, let's go ahead and play it. Okay, so they do decide to take the pawn, and that I can take on f7 with check first, and then take the bishop, which is what I'm going to do. Now we have two rooks, we get a pawn, and we also get the bishop. Check here, check. Oh, yeah, we had a checkmate. And I will quickly show it to her actually in game review. Alright, so we played at 89.5 accuracy. And we also had a brilliant move. Okay, knight takes g5 was a brilliant move. Alright, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, d4. Okay, c3 was a book move, that was okay. Oh, castling is a blunder. Taking on d5 was the right move. Yeah, bishop b4 is inaccurate because it does nothing here, stares into nothing. And I can play a3, the computer doesn't like it. Bishop g5 is a mistake, wow. Okay, that was good. Okay, e5, best move. And knight takes g5 was brilliant, yeah. Just keeping the pin, and they have to basically give up the piece, which they did. And then rook takes, and f4 was the best move, okay. Knight c3 was also the best move, and they gave a check. c6 was okay. Yeah, and knight e4, so much pressure on this knight here, which is pinned to the queen. And they had to play king g7 to try and desperately defend this knight. We took on f6, then rook takes, and queen h5 was the best move. Wow, I didn't expect this. Yeah, I really didn't expect to play so many best moves. d4, bishop d3 was good, and bishop takes f6 was inaccurate. Wait, let's go into analysis here. What if they take the bishop? Oh, queen h6 check. And then here, and then we pick up the queen. Wow, I didn't see that. Yeah, I really didn't see that. But the way I did it was also fine. I mean, we're up. I think, yeah, we're just up a rook and we're just chilling. I mean, we're just up a rook and we have no problems. The queens are getting traded off as well. Yeah, check, they took. And the last kind of chance to create some counterplay just gets shut down with h3. And yeah, they just had no moves. And we just improved our position, rook e7, controlling the 7th rank. They took the pawn, we took on here. And basically, there was check here, and this leads to checkmate because, yeah, they had to block with the rook, and then it's checkmate. The only reason I didn't play it sooner is because I was kind of trying to calculate everything and double check, and that's why I didn't play it right away. But they did resign. So yeah, that was a great game, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.